Welcome to This Explainer. You know, when we think of reggae music totally taking over the globe, we instantly picture legendary artists, right? The iconic singers, the towering sound systems, the heavy bass. But today, we're looking far beyond the stage. We're going to uncover the unsung business minds, and specifically, one absolutely incredible woman who literally transformed a local island rhythm into a massive global phenomenon.
Okay, let's dive into this. There's this quote by Roger Major that just perfectly captures how culture actually spreads. He said, "Every revolution needs a sound system, but it also needs someone who knows how to move the records." And wow, does that hit the nail on the head. We love to romanticize the raw energy of music, sure, but this really highlights the gritty reality of logistics. Because think about it, you can have the absolute greatest, most revolutionary sound in the world, but if you can't actually get the physical vinyl into people's hands, well, the revolution just stalls out.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the engine that actually moved those records. And that engine was VP Records, recognized today as the world's largest independent reggae label. But take a really close look at that name. The P in VP, that stands for Pat. The literal foundation of this massive enterprise rests equally on Patricia "Miss Pat" Chin, right alongside her co-founder Vincent. She wasn't just, working in the background. She was a foundational pillar of the company, responsible for taking Jamaican music to the entire world.
And honestly, her immense impact hasn't gone unnoticed by the folks who really know their music history. A Jamaican Independent Scholar profile bestowed a very specific, super hard-earned title upon her, Legendary Jamaican Entrepreneur. It is such a fitting tribute because it acknowledges her immense yet often behind-the-scenes role. While the artists were locked in the studio crafting pure magic, Miss Pat was the entrepreneurial force, figuring out exactly how to package, sell, and ship that magic across entire oceans.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because this brings us to the absolute crux of the music industry: the art versus the hustle. On one side, you've got the brilliant artists, the iconic sound systems, and the completely unmistakable reggae sound. But on the other side, holding the whole shebang up, is the physical distribution, the rigorous business strategy, and all that logistical planning, right? The art is highly visible. It's what we dance to, what we celebrate. But that invisible hustle? That's what actually physically moves the art out of a recording studio in Kingston and into record stores and homes worldwide.
And this brilliantly illustrates that the invisible hustle is, well, it's not glamorous. We are talking about a relentless, daily, physical grind. Managing bustling retail stores, hauling heavy stacks of vinyl, taping up physical shipping boxes, and coordinating these massively complex global distribution networks. And it was all fueled by a truly relentless immigrant hustle. It was intense. It was incredibly demanding. It required a tireless work ethic. Miss Pat was quite literally in the trenches, dealing with the cardboard and the vinyl, just ensuring the music absolutely never stopped moving.
So, the crucial point is that Miss Pat didn't just participate in the music industry, she constructed the very infrastructure that carried Jamaica's sound to the world. If reggae music was this vibrant vehicle speeding toward global recognition, Miss Pat was the one who actually paved the highway it traveled on. It's that simple. Without her laying down that essential logistical infrastructure, the music stays local, it doesn't reach us.
So the next time you're listening to a genre of music that has totally swept the globe and touched your life, I want to challenge you to look past the stage. Who built the highway for your favorite sound? Think about that invisible infrastructure. Think about the brilliant, absolutely relentless business minds like Miss Pat Chin, who worked tirelessly in the background just to make sure that that cultural revolution could actually reach your ears.